Everyone, good afternoon or good day. Uh, we will continue our discussion with the natural disaster, and I uploaded a video, different videos of uh, the different videos of the natural disasters, and those were taken from the National Geographic documents. So those are real, no? Okay, so we'll be continuing our discussion today with general effects of disasters, and I will also discuss first aid later on. Okay, number one, the general effects of disaster. Of course, number one is loss of life, maraming namamatay. Number two is injury, no? Number three is damage to and destructions of property. Number 4, damage to and destruction of subsistence and cash crops, disruptions of productions, disruptions of lifestyles, loss of livelihood, disruptions of essential services, damage to national infrastructure, and disruptions of governmental systems, national economic loss, and sociological and psychological after effects. So those are the things of the general effects of the disaster, and it is not a joke, uh, particularly if there are typhoons or any disasters for that matters. These are the things that will uh, presumably will gonna happen with us. So that's why we should take good care of ourselves. So by the time mamatay, ma-injured, mawalan ng property, and so forth and so on. So we will go back to the basics, and hopefully that it will not happen to us. That's why we should be careful. Okay, now what are the components of disasters management? Okay, number one is prevention. These are actions designed to impede the occurrences of disasters on its harmful effects on communities and key insulation. So there should be a prevention. Okay. Number two is mitigation. These are programs intended to reduce the ill effects of disasters. Number three is preparedness. We should be prepare ourselves. If there is a typhoon ready and there's already warning, then we should prepare things that we should be needing in those times. Okay, so these are measures which enables governments, organizations, communities, individuals to respond quickly and effectively to disaster situations. That is the reason why no, na tayong mga taong bayan ay dapat magkikinig tayo. No? We should listen carefully to the advice of the government, for the on how they prepare, on how we prepare, and we should also cooperate, because if we don't know how to cooperate, then definitely mahirapan ang community. Number 4 is disaster impact. This reminds us that the impact of disasters can vary between different types of disasters. Okay, number 5 is response. What are the response? These are measures taken immediately prior to and following disaster impact. And number 6 is recovery. No, this process by which communities and organizations are assessed in returning to their proper level of functioning following disasters. And number 7, development. This provides the link between disaster-related activities and national development. So those are the components of disasters management. And of course, in order for us to have uh, lesser, no, distractions in our life, or maybe injury or walang mamamatay, we should prevent it. So we use the preventions, okay, and mitigations, and we should prepare ourselves, okay, and response. So what are the response that we should do? Okay, next, first aid. Okay, so those are the things that we should do in components of disaster management, and that is the very reason why we should prepare ourselves. So for example, we all know that there is a super typhoon and we are advised to vacate the place, but still matigas yung ulo natin, and that is the very reason why doon tayo nagkakaproblema. Just like what happened to Isabela, they are already advising, or what the police or the government authorities already advising them to go out, no, to vacate the place, but still they still pursue, no, dahil may mga properties nila. But however, what happened is that nagkaroon sila ng problema. Ayun, nagkaroon ng uh, loss of life. And that is the reason why we should take good care of ourselves by doing all these components. We should prevent, no, mitigations, prepare, no, ourselves, and what are the response that we should do. Okay. Now let's go with the lesson objectives. What are the lessons objectives, no? In the first aid. Okay, first aid kit. Okay, so define first aid. Letter B is apply proper guidelines in emergency. In emergency care, discuss the qualities of a good first aider. Recognize the uses and applicative procedures of triangular bandage in open face and cravat face. So I will be asking you in the letter D that you will make a video also, no, of on how to do the first aid. Okay, now let's go with the definition with first aid. Okay, first aid is a skilled application of treatment using facilities or the materials available at the time that any trained individual gives in an ill or injured person while waiting for medical assistance to arrive. So, yan yung ginagawa ng first aid, no? Skilled application, take note of the word, skilled application, skilled, hindi yung doctor quack, no? Using facilities or materials. Ibig sabihin, he is, or when you say skilled already, then therefore, it is presumably that he knows what he is doing. He is knowledgeable of what he is doing. Okay? Okay. Qualities of a good first aider. So these are the qualities of qualities of a good first aider. Number 1 is gentle. You should not cause pain in handling the victim. You should be gentle, no? Ang lalim ng sugat, no? Pero sinasaktan mo siya, no? So you should be gentle, no? Or you are nakuha na nga siya, na-disgrasya na siya, sinisigaw-sigawan mo pa siya. So the more na hindi okay yung tao na na-disgrasya. So you are not only being gentle in how to handle this, but also gentle in your words and in your actions. Number 2 is observant. You should notice all signs in the body of the victim. Okay, you should be observant, no? You should notice all signs in the body of the victim. You should learn from that, no? Number 3 is resourceful. You should make the best use of things at hand. So you should be resourceful. So for example, ay sobra na yung pagbibleed niya. So anong gagawin mo? So you use pwede kang tanggalin mo yung damit mo or whatever, kung makuha ka ng tela and so forth and so on. Okay? I remember one time, no, ay nasugatan yung ulo nabato yung ulo ng isang kaibigan ko, no. So wala kaming doctor because we are in the mountain, no. We are in the mountain, and what we did is that to stop the bleeding, we use our clothes, no. Tinanggal ko yung damit ko. So those are the things that we can do, no. So I'm not expert of that, but I am just first aider lang to stop or prevent the bleeding, no. So ganun yung ginawa ko. You should be resourceful, okay? So hayaan mo na lang ba mamatay diyan o ma-hemorrhage diyan, no? No, you should know that, no. Resourceful. So sympathetic, you should know how to comfort the victim, okay? Just I said a while back, you should be gentle, you should tapos for example, ang laki ng sugat niya, no? Ang laki ng sugat mo, bakit ganyan? So the more na manenervyos yung victim, okay? So number 5 is tactful. You should not alarm the patient as it may cause a nervous breakdown. You should be tactful, no? Mamaya ma-high blood siya or mayroon pala siyang problema. So number 6 is cheerful. If the person has a happy expression, he can inspire confidence in the victim. Of course, no? Kapag nervyoso ka rin if you are nervyoso na first aider, then definitely mas hindi maganda yung scenario. Okay? Should cheerful, tactful. You should be careful on what you are going to tell to him. No, sympathetic, resourceful, and observant and gentle. Means to say, you are going to survive the person. Parang binibigyan mo siya ng hope para malunasan yung sakit na yon. Okay? Or problem na yun. So the need for first aid. Okay, number one is to prevent accidents. Okay, you should prevent accidents. Number two is to prevent added injury or danger. Number three is to prevent suffering or death. Number four is to train suffering or death. And number five is to provide proper treatment when emergency occurs. Okay? So, again, we go back here to prevent accidents, to prevent added injury or danger, to prevent suffering or death, to train suffering or death, and to provide proper treatment when emergency occurs. So, those are the things, of course, yan yung gagawin natin. Okay? Okay, next. 9 general directions for ACE aider. Number 1 is adjust the proper position of the victim. Okay? Examine. Number 2, examine the victim. Check for injuries. Okay? Huwag kang magpanic. No? Number 3 is give immediately needed first aid. Number 4 is maintain the victim's body temperature. Number 5, call a doctor. Tawag ka ng doctor. You are not the doctor. You are only a first aider. Number 6 is keep curious people away. Ayan. Number 7, make the victim happy and comfortable. Ayan. I-cheer up natin. And number 8 is proper and comfortable transportation should be given to the victim together with the tender, loving care. Okay? Number 9 is don't give any liquid to an unconscious victim. So, huwag kayong magbibigay ng liquid sa unconscious victim. Okay? So, first aid and emergency safety measures. Okay. So, golden rules in emergency care. Before administering first aid, identify yourself to the victims, relatives, or companions. Okay? Sabihin niyo kung sino kayo. Okay? Provide comfort and emotional support. Respect the victim's modesty and physical privacy. Number 2, stay calm and don't panic. Kaya yung sinabi ko kanina. And then, number 3 is attend first to the most serious injuries as onlookers to get or move away from the injured person to have good ventilations. Okay? And last, loosen tight clothing when the victim has difficulty in breathing. So, nilulus natin siya. Yan. So, nilulus natin. Okay? Okay. So, here, is the triangular bandage, okay, which I think that I will be uploading a video later on in your LMS. So it is usually made of muslin or muslin. It can be made by simply cutting diagonally the 60-inch square of piece of cloth, making it into 2 triangular bandages. The longer side of the triangular bandages is called the base, with both corners dubbed as ends. The corner opposite to the base is called apex. So I'll give you, I will show you the video later on so that you will understand more on these bandaging techniques. Okay? So I'll just give you all the details here. Okay? Okay. So here, in open face bandaging, there are steps in open bandaging into our head. So number 1, in applying open face bandage for the head, make a hem by folding about 2 inches from the base. Number 2, with the hem position on the outside, put the middle portion of the bandages base on the forehead, just half a finger above the eyebrows, at the same time allowing apex to fall over the head. Just I said the last time around, I'm just giving you all the details, and the video, the actual video will be given to you, which I will get it on YouTube, in which that would be your assignment or your requirement, I should say. So put the ends of the triangular bandage at the back of the head, about half of an inch above the ears, crossing them over the apex, and bring it back towards the forehead and tie it in square knots. And number 4, firmly hold the compressed portion by a hand, with the other hand pulling down gently the apex and making compress. Snag then. Bring the apex up and tuck it in, and the bandage where it should across the back of the head. Alright? So those are the things that you should do in steps in applying open face bandage to the head. Alright? So I will skip on this, guys. No, I will skip on this. So I will be just uploading this video. I will be just uploading this video later on, and then much better if you will understand it with the actual discussion. So for this time, I will end this. Thank you so much, and God bless you.